What's up with it, world? This is Mike C. the Champ, and I'm here with my co-host Jared Adrian, and we about to bring it to the table. What's up with it, y'all?
What's up, man? I don't know. We were just talking about some crazy
fucking
shit.
dinosaurs
and
we was talking about dinosaurs.
Mammoths. No, about timing, man. Evolutionary history. Everything's fucking changing. Like 65 million years ago, there were dinosaurs. They say humans have only been around for like 12,000 to 14,000 years. That's not a lot of time. And if like everything keeps changing, what's it going to be like in another 10,000 years?
So you saying
it'll be completely different.
There was no people when there were dinosaurs. So what about the pictures that they be showing, like the
believe that, right? But
shit?
that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like we were Googling things like, how long have humans been around? Like 12 to 14,000 years. When were dinosaurs here? 65 million years ago. What? Like how do you conceptualize that big period of time?
Fucking Google bipolar.
I know it. And then mammoths only went extinct 4,000 years ago.
But I mean, mammoths weren't around with dinosaurs. Those are two different periods.
Exactly.
So I think it's because different.
So when was the
people
mammoth
don't put those together.
When the first people were around, like around that time.
But it can't be 12. I don't believe that it was humans have only been around for 12,000 years.
Yeah, but I mean that's how the oldest like
recorded civilization.
Yeah, the oldest remains they found, and they just guessing. They don't know.
I know it. I find that crazy. And so anyway, for someone to come and preach Jesus and be like, only from 2,000 years ago there was this story made, you know what I'm saying? And like that's the only way. I'm very skeptical, and that's just like an interesting conversation to have with people.
I always wonder who wrote the Bible.
It was a bunch of people. I know this fact.
Keeps getting passed down, and people.
I know this fact. The Bible was put together by a group of people. Okay, like the Roman emperor, the first Roman emperor, I think Nero, he put together the first official Bible.
But there was no Bible until the invention of the printing press.
Right. So it's
just word of mouth.
It's word of mouth. And then like that, they were taking a recollect of stuff that happened 600 years before that.
Right.
That's a long freaking time.
Well,
We're talking about mammoths and
let me ask y'all this, since we're talking about the Bible.
All right, this is crazy.
You know,
you getting baptized after this?
I know, right? There's a whole bunch of versions of the Bible. You know, I really thought when I like first started going to church and that we was all into the Bible and stuff, I thought shit, you know, that's the way of life.
Okay.
But then I got older, and one of my homies that was older than me, and he was like, man, everybody takes the Bible too literal. That's not what it is. Mm-hmm. It's basically a guide. You know what I'm saying? Like
stories,
David and
parables,
Goliath. Yeah, it's parables. Like, you know, he fighting a giant. You could use that like you fighting a big problem.
Giants are real too, though. We were Googling giants.
My theory on the Bible is it's a whole bunch of exaggerated stories. A whole bunch of exaggerated stories.
But that's what they are.
Man. That's what they are. Like, that, I don't think the stuff really happened. Like, some of the stuff might have happened similar to that, but like David and Goliath, for instance, it might have been just a smaller person against somebody that was real small. It wasn't a giant.
Well,
this motherfucker was huge.
Somebody that was a giant was just actually a tall person.
That's way taller than him.
But what's up with the bones?
Like 7 foot.
You find these skeletons that are 25 feet tall, though.
Yeah, but 25 feet.
Did you have Googled giants?
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Motherfucking skulls, like, you know, huge ass skulls. And so, like, I believe that maybe, like, again, hundreds of thousands of years ago, there was people that were like 25, 30 feet tall. Yeah. You know, I was explaining to my wife, I'm no Bible expert, but there's a story, right? And somebody leads people out of slavery and they go to the wilderness and they're waiting for the land of milk and honey. Mm-hmm. Right? Remember that story?
Yeah.
And then they get there and they see that there are giants there and there's grapes the size of humans. You know, like that story's in the Bible.
Yeah.
And me and my wife were talking
BSG.
like, dude, yeah, like if giants are in the Bible, another crazy story is that angels are fucking women, human women, and making babies. And that's when you Google giants, it comes from Nephilim, which is where an angel fucks a human person and comes up with a baby. And you got giants.
Have y'all?
That's some weird shit.
And it's in the Bible, and you Google it.
What did he do?
What? This crazy.
Say, have you played God of War?
Yeah.
The new one.
Not the new one.
The one that got on the PS4. The PS4 one.
No, I haven't played that.
Well, that has the whole story of giants. Like, that like the whole thing revolves around like
is
Kratos'
right
wife was a giant, but she got kicked out of being in the place where all the giants were.
I mean, I feel
and
like
she became the regular sized human and met Kratos, and they had a son. And spoiler alert, their son is Loki.
the devil. So it's
Loki, like
Kratos
Thor's
is
brother.
the devil.
Yeah.
Thor's brother, Loki.
I told my kids about how Zeus and his brother killed their dad to take over the throne, and then Zeus had that baby, which was Hercules, with a human person.
Yeah.
I mean, like, these stories are all throughout, not just like Christianity, but all throughout the world, history and religions, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
I find
Moses
it crazy.
part in the water.
That's just
Right.
How did that happen?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
got some
taking
kind
it
of
too
mutant
literal.
power?
Yeah.
Like, y'all taking it too literal. The Bible is to give people hope and faith. A world without hope and faith would be crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And we find ourselves
Like-
in a culture like that. Like, everyone is doom and gloom.
Yeah.
You either gonna catch COVID and die. You either gonna like be broke because you can't find whatever. I don't know. Like, there's stories out there, but you gotta keep the positive and keep it hustling.
And that's
man.
what it's for. Like, you don't have to go to church every day. And even like if you read the Bible, it doesn't say like us right here could sit here and have a conversation about life. And that's some way of having church. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Church doesn't necessarily come from the Bible.
You're blessed.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and a lot of people don't understand that. They go get the Bible and be like, damn, man, you don't go to church. I can't do this. Yeah, of course you shouldn't fucking murder somebody.
Yeah.
Right, there's
You know
some
what I'm
basics, you know, that like keep society
Some people
and
get off
culture
on
good.
that though. That's their thing. They have to kill people. You know, that
Wow.
it makes them happy for some reason. That's a serial killer.
You know what?
Yeah.
People like that are always on the outskirts, though, because
Yeah.
they again like
But
there's
some
this
of them
thing
blend
about
in with society so well.
That
yeah,
you won't
Jeffrey
even know.
Dahmer, the people be
Ted
very
Bundy.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know they do be blending in
Yeah.
a little too well.
Yep. One was a clown.
Hide your kids,
entertaining
hide your
kids.
wife.
Man.
So I wonder if they're gonna put like giants and shit on that metaverse. How you think they can do that shit?
You can do anything
Dinosaurs
you
and
want,
giants.
Man, they can
Absolutely.
sell
Have you ever
anything.
been on the metaverse?
Nah,
What
I
is
haven't.
that? Can
I
you
just
tell me
hear
about that?
everybody
Yeah,
talking about it.
I just bought a VR, the Oculus
Yeah,
Quest, the
that
new
right.
one. I had the Go before, and then we got it for Christmas. But dude, the metaverse, it's fucking cool. You put that shit on, and we play that lightsaber game. We got this shooting game that's like Fortnite, dude.
So
Yeah.
metaverse
It's
is
so
like
cool.
a just VR.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
it's
metaverse
a virtual world, pretty
There
much.
it is.
Yeah.
Like I've seen something on, I think it was TikTok, where there was somebody sitting like at a bar in the metaverse that's talking about, I get paid to be here in the metaverse. They getting paid like $20 an hour to just play in the VR world.
Man, that's the job I need.
Real talk.
The cool, you design your own avatar.
Yeah.
That's where you talk about NFTs.
Yeah.
Where you can like buy, play like kids play like Fortnite, Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how many times they ask you for fucking V-Bucks or for
Right.
Roblox?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you're buying digital assets in a virtual space and you're paying real money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they're taking that same concept and they're trying to put it on everything right now.
Yeah. And
I need to invest in that.
That shit just
A
sounds
little
like
bit,
a
man.
video
You at least need to
game.
know what's
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
but they
I mean-
trying to make it to where that's how we're gonna be living our life. Like instead of actually
Going to
go
work or
chill
something.
with people, our avatar is gonna drive and take how long we would take in real life to get there. That's how
Yeah.
long like
That's
people-
dumb
Are we
as
gonna be
shit.
But do
living?
you know why they're gonna do that? Is because of the rate of technology.
Nigga,
Take-
they might as
I
well
was
build
saying-
a teleporter and let me go teleport and meet some nigga in China.
I'm thinking we're gonna be
Not
like
before long, man.
that movie Wall-E with all the people just rolling around in
Yeah.
chairs
Yeah.
asleep with
Like,
the
I
VRs
seen-
on us.
I saw Elon Musk talking about he was gonna have a whole bunch of people unemployed and we was gonna get like a
Universal income.
universal income. And
That's
I
a
think
big
that's what they're
plan that
preparing
people
us
are
for.
trying to push.
They preparing us for like not being able to really move around, and that's how we gonna navigate the world.
But see, okay, there's like a difference of people though. There's the people who are like, okay, I'll just do nothing. That's okay. Put the IV, you fed, everything. And there's other people who be like, no.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing our own thing. Like, I mean, working legitimate, like, things there. I mean, I love it. I could go work for somebody, or we could work for ourselves, and that's what we do, and by creating content and all other types of stuff. It's
Man,
awesome.
that metaverse just don't make sense to me.
Until you do
you're
it.
not a part of it
Until
yet.
you do
That's
it.
why.
As soon as you put that shit on, no, you're like, I get it.
You understand what they saying?
Because you haven't done it.
We
I
played.
kind of understand it because I played PlayStation, but
Okay.
you're saying it's different because you have to have the goggles on, I guess.
And, well, it's not just the goggles.
That's
it's
what
the
I'm saying.
Experience. No, it's the like you're literally going to a thing. Again, if you play Fortnite or Roblox, you'll get it.
It's like, do y'all
It's like
remember?
you're playing as yourself in the third person.
Do y'all remember on
In
PlayStation when they
different
had?
worlds.
Right.
And you can look up.
Is it similar
When they had
to that
PlayStation
movie
Home?
Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
It's
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
be like that.
Like when they had the little people, the little men and stuff.
No, PlayStation Home, like where you can build your avatar and you can go like to the mall and there's people hanging out in the mall and you get different stuff for your avatar. You can go to the movies and it's a whole bunch of people sitting around in the movies. It's like that.
And this
But
is
only
why,
you're gonna be actually doing it with your hands. in
and
real
this is
life.
why artists though are it's important for them because they could have the movies playing inside the metaverse. Like you go get a special screening of that movie you were just talking about making before this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
And
you
they
could
can
do a
only
show
see it on the
music
metaverse.
videos.
And they have to pay you a certain amount of crypto coin to fucking see the movie.
Right.
or to come to your show.
And now you
In
you
the
just did a
metaverse.
come up in the metaverse and you didn't leave your home. I mean that's next level stuff, man.
Yeah.
Potential.
That shit weird.
Yeah, but
It
once
sound cool.
but me knowing you, dog, us knowing you, how we know you, dog. Once you own that shit,
Yeah.
you gonna be on that shit.
Because you're a gamer, he was just telling me, Jerry, you need to get out of game.
You game like
You know,
I game, dog.
I be gaming. I'm just saying
You
though.
gonna be on.
It sounds like I
You
might
know,
be
I
trapped
had
too
to.
then.
Yeah.
I had the PlayStation VR. I just couldn't do that shit, bro. Like I
Oh no,
don't
this
like
is
that
much
Oculus.
different,
I
man.
don't like the way the movement and shit. All that shit.
Yeah.
Well, my daughter has an
can't.
Oculus.
Okay,
and
bet.
she's on there a bit, like
Right?
every day. So, something's in there that keeps
Something's
dragging
in
her in
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see The Simpsons? They did some clips of. Did you see the new ones?
No.
I haven't seen
I haven't seen TikToks on it, but anyway, it's like they're all grown up, and now the kids, Bart and Lisa, they have kids, and their kids are like, the girl will go to the table and she like puts a thing in her neck and plugs into the metaverse, and she's like,
I think I've
ow.
seen it. Yeah.
You know, and the Simpsons are making all these clips, but they always do predictions. I
It's
mean,
like some Matrix shit right
some
there.
Matrix, yeah, like they tap into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Pretty
That shit's still weird.
Yeah, it is.
Remember that movie with fucking Bruce Willis, and they had the skins. You movie man.
Skin.
Okay, Bruce Willis, him and his wife, they were really old. They had the ability to take their mind out and transform into and plug into new physical bodies.
Oh, Criminal.
Yeah, okay.
Criminal. Yeah. Because they made another one after that called Selfless.
Okay.
Like if you are old, like this one guy, he was old. I think it was Ben Kingsley.
Okay.
He was old, and he paid these people for a body, and it was like I don't remember who it was, but they paid him for a body, and they put him in this thing, plugged him in, and plugged the other guy in, and transferred his consciousness to the other body.
Remember the Netflix show that was just out? It was what was that? That was on Netflix. Do you guys watch that shit?
I don't know, but it sounds
Okay.
like Get Out as well, because Get Out,
Which one was Get
Yeah,
Out?
Get
they
Out.
was trying to they
they were
No,
trying to
that's-
take over.
Get
the-
Out is kind of
Yeah, that's a little different.
it's different. Like you actually, this person dies.
Show called
Uh,
Carbon something.
I know what you're talking about.
Dude, but they changed
Alternate-
skins.
alternate carbon.
Yes,
Yeah.
that show was fucking
shit hard.
good. But it was
don't
just
think
literally you could take your mind and take it out and put it into another body.
Yeah.
So these
Like
warriors
it's
were
a
coming
memory
out
card.
and they kept getting these new super soldier bodies and they were just murking everybody. And
Yeah, that shit
okay,
was
would you do it though?
crazy. I don't
Would
know.
you do it?
See,
Like,
that's how I
at
feel
the-
about
at
the
the age of
Dinosaurs. I
70
don't know.
or 60.
But I mean,
You're like, I'm
maybe
gonna go to a
to keep-
30-year-old.
yeah, maybe if
Yeah.
I'm old
And you're
yeah,
rich.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's like a way you can live.
I
Forever.
mean, honestly,
that's
I
pretty
probably
much like
would
what that's
just so I
gonna
can
be.
stay alive. Shit.
Like a way to live forever. Is
Yeah.
you gonna just keep
be on
transferring your
some-
consciousness into
Yeah.
a younger body. Like
Would
that's
you want to though?
I'm gonna be a
Think
bad
about
guy.
it.
You would
I
get
would.
tired. You would get tired of
I
It's
that.
mean,
like
and
the
then
vampire story. They don't want to live forever. It's the ultimate
Yeah, I mean,
curse.
but then you got a choice because then you could just stay in that body and be done with it.
Yeah, but I
Until
mean,
that
you
body-
could die if somebody still killed you. I
Yeah.
guess you could say without you getting a chance to transfer yourself or whatever.
No, they have a way. In the altar card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Just
some
like-
time, a certain time limit where you
Yeah.
can still save them.
Yeah, just
you
like,
get their,
you gotta
core
get
or
it
something.
and plug it in.
You got 5 minutes to find me somebody.
That's right.
But I mean, but then you can also it'd be like your will, like you could write it out like I don't want to be revived if I do die in this body or something, and be like, it's in writing. You can't just keep bringing me back for no reason.
Right.
Yeah, that shit. And
Interesting.
I mean, that shit.
Decisions.
Yeah.
Decisions.
I'm
not ready.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would do it again, bro. Fuck these bills. Fuck these.
But then you can
bills.
keep dodging the bills.
She gonna keep.
You're gonna be in a different body. They ain't
Nah.
gonna be able to find you.
You gonna have to pay bills for that body too, because you gonna have to live, eat, drive a car, or
You
fly
can
the
just
car.
run it up, man. Run up some credit and transfer.
And
it
that's
out.
probably why they ain't.
Is this Jared? No, this ain't Jared. This is Jeffrey.
That's probably why they haven't allowed that out to the
Jared, don't live here.
Does anybody think that the NFL is rigged?
Everything's rigged. I believe everything is rigged to some
Yeah.
degree. Let's just start
'Cause
there.
I
I'm gonna tell you right
Tell
now.
me what
can-
you think.
If that
I
nigga
think-
Tom Brady win again, that shit rigged. I'm not watching football.
I think it's influenced. I don't think it's rigged all the way. I think it's influenced.
That's
Like,
rigged.
I seen a commercial the other day though. Somebody's running for governor, and he says, "If you vote for me, I'll make sure that the Dallas Cowboys become champs again." I'm like, so that makes me think it might be rigged
So
because he
it's-
can have some
yeah.
influence on
Yeah.
the
He go
whole
pay-
NFL or
No,
something.
stop.
Yeah,
Seen
They
it.
done won and they done fell.
I've
Like, how'd
seen that commercial like
happen? I
5
don't
times
know.
in a row, and I'm like, what does this mean?
what?
Yeah,
So,
that shit's crazy.
How can that
What
be
y'all
part
think?
of your campaign?
And in some games,
Maybe
it
he
seems
knows
like
something we don't know.
the officials are throwing more flags in some games. Like
Yeah.
they're deciding the outcome of the game.
Well,
Go ahead.
You know, for decades, maybe centuries, like there's always been an outside influence in sports, boxing, basketball,
Everything,
hockey,
politics,
You know
fucking
what I'm saying?
everything,
it's-
man.
I think Vegas has something to do with it.
Vegas.
I wasn't gonna say it. I don't
Yeah.
want to say it, so he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
This guy.
Yeah, but no, I mean you got to think
He's
about
wearing
it too, bro.
orange sweater.
Fucking Tom Brady wins all those Super Bowls. Not to mention the ones he went to and didn't win. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about he won this many.
Yeah.
But he went to more,
Yeah.
which he could have won more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in football history, I don't think nobody in sports history has done that shit, bro.
Is it just that? I mean,
Like,
you
who
guys,
has
He's
been
not that good.
back
Yeah,
to
I don't
back
know. I don't
that
watch
many times in
sports
any
really.
sport? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, any championship. Have they done that in basketball?
Jordan, pretty
Nah.
much.
I'm talking about that back to back that many times, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he was back to back. What, like maybe 2-3 years?
He
And
did
then
3 and 3.
They lost, and then they did it
Yeah.
again, something like that. That's what Jordan.
But
did,
they
basically.
lost though. I'm talking
So did
about
Jordan.
Jordan probably.
Well,
Like
he
the
retired.
Spurs. The Spurs probably the only like dynasty that came close to that.
That,
That,
yeah,
like, they
that, I mean,
won rings consecutively. They took a
Or you
break.
just
They
talking
won
about an
ring
individual.
again.
like individually, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan didn't go to the Wizards and win no championship.
Hell no.
This nigga went to the Bucks and won a championship the first year.
I thought
But
it
that
was going to
team,
happen.
that team was set up for him to win though. He ain't have to do nothing but sit back.
What
and throw
about the
ball.
other teams where he played with Bill Belichick and all of them players were different almost every
The
year?
system. That's what it is, man. The system. Like how the Spurs are always, they was always good. It's just the system, man. Your
Yeah.
coach, if your coach know what he doing,
That's true.
y'all always gonna be good.
But what about when he went to a whole different system? He
They
still
was
win.
good though. They was set up like if you look at that roster, they was set up
That
to
roster,
win. They was good.
That first year. Now it's kind of iffy, and he's still winning. They lost to who was that? that made me think about them. They almost lost to the
Antonio
Jets.
Brown showed his ass.
Come on, man. What y'all think about that shit?
I don't know.
That dude.
I didn't see it.
I
I
heard
saw it
it's
on
'cause-
TikTok. That's it.
I heard he was wilding because they was trying to do him out of his money, out of his guarantee, his incentives in his contract. Like if he reached a certain amount of yards,
Right.
he was gonna get like $300,000
A million,
bonus.
I think.
And then for
But,
a touchdown, it was
Yeah,
another
a certain amount of
333.
So they
something.
were trying to do him out of that
But-
extra $1 million that he was gonna get.
There's a
Because
book.
they was holding him out of games or not going to him as much as they were or something.
Is that worth the headache?
That's not what he
dealing
said,
with
though.
So he was
somebody?
walking. When
Did
you
you-
got old, he was.
Did
like,
you see
man,
what he said? He said that they wanted him. I'm glad we got to this because we was talking about this yesterday. He said that they wanted him to go in, and he kept telling them that he wasn't all the way healed. His leg was still hurting.
Okay.
He said they told him 3 times, and he told them, "No, I can't go in. I don't feel like my shit good." And he said the coach told him, "Well, you're not gonna go in. Leave." So he left.
I heard something.
In
I don't know if
style.
I just misheard, but I think they tried to take him to the back or something to get him like those numbing shots.
Yeah, see,
And so he didn't want to do it because, you know, if you play like that, you're going to mess yourself up more.
RG3. Remember when he played for Washington and they did him like that?
Yeah.
That nigga leg went like went in and
It was gone.
they took him back there and he came back out jogging and then the next play you could see that his leg wasn't right because he was running and it was like,
Yeah.
you know,
I asked this question though yesterday. I don't watch sports, but again, what do you think these old football players from the 70s would say to everybody? This whole conversation right now,
I wish we had the same rules that they had because we wouldn't have CTE.
right?
Man.
But they
Straight
got
up.
paid all
Same
the
kind of
millions.
protection.
Do they make it so damn much money so that it's like you're expected to tear your body up, but you just
But
create
you still-
generational wealth if you do it right?
You still a
think
person though, bro.
that
People get slaughtered every day.
tear
you
your
know,
body
like,
up
you
and
take
plus
one
not
for
to
the
say nothing
generation
about
of
the
your
organization
your
too.
namesake.
Yeah, you also ain't got the privileges of the NBA, like the NBA players. You can't speak up all the time. Like anybody in the NBA could speak up.
Kaepernick.
That's what I was just going to say.
Football players
Kaepernick.
cannot.
He started
They gonna run your ass out the
Kneeling,
league.
they ran him out of the league because of that.
Tim Tebow was praying. They told
Yeah.
him to stop that and he didn't. They kicked him out.
Kicked them out.
That's true. They're very strict.
You can't
Why are
be
they so damn
yourself.
strict?
It's a cult.
Right? Everything's a cult.
Yeah, man.
Everything is rigged. Everything is a cult. It's
You
like,
gotta
what
get selected
Kool-Aid do
to
you
the
want to
cult.
drink? You know, I'm trying to drink as less Kool-Aid as possible.
It's like
in
a
life,
big
period.
matrix because what pill do you want? You want to be in
Yeah.
NFL, NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck
wanna be a rapper?
was one of the guys when he first did it. You know, after he did it, I went and looked and seen that there were like a lot of people that opted out when they got hurt because they felt that the coaches and the staff were trying to bring them back before they were fully healed.
Megatron retired.
Yeah, like I mean, you
said,
can imagine
yeah,
how like you could have a 10-year career or a 5-year career. If you hurt yourself and come back too early, you know what I'm saying? You might be good, but you could have been great if you let yourself heal.
Look, I'm only 34, but when you get hurt, you get hurt.
You hurt.
I don't know about like when I get hurt, I'm hurt now.
Yeah, now
Like, from
when
this
you
point
when you
on,
in
I'm
your
hurt.
20s, you
You
bounce
heal.
back from that. But
Yo.
when you get above like 27,
It's
28,
less and less true.
you start feeling that.
How old was
And that's almost like similar to trying to get healthcare workers to come back to work if they've been out for a week, but they're supposed to be out for 2. They say if you feel good enough, you can come back.
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
still
that's-
COVID positive.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
see
that
they
bull.
changed it from 14-day quarantine to 5?
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
changed it right back?
Yeah. It don't make no
I'm
sense.
sorry,
man.
did y'all get conflicting data?
And-
Why the flippy flop?
When they do that, just the healthcare workers are just passing it to each other.
Yeah. Everyone's passing it to each other, man. Like, fuck. Yeah.
I mean,
Damn, Rona free.
Rona free.
Rona free.
Man.
Jesus Christ.
Flu Rona.
All right, you know, Mike. Look, I want to mention. I bought you this book for Christmas, "The Way of the Superior Man." Okay,
Appreciate it.
I just want to hip to y'all to some game real quick. Okay, "The Way of the Masculine Man." I read this book. It was nuts. It dealt a lot of like masculine energy and frames and feminine energy, and it helped describe how you can have contrast between the two and how to keep that type of shit in balance. It was freaking crazy. So yeah, man, I got you that book.
You know, I'm excited. I love books. Y'all probably, you always wonder how I always figure out what to say in them rhymes. I read like a motherfucker, man. Y'all probably don't even know that. Like, when I'm not on that game, I'm reading like a motherfucker. I have
Every time I see you on the podcast, you saying something smooth, so I'm like, you read a lot.
Where'd you get that? That's good. I like that.
I read, man. I love reading books, man. I feel like we all need to take time away from the screen, man. You know, that shit.
Count if you read a book on the screen.
Yeah, right.
It's not. I feel like it's not the same, bro. If you jogging and you listening to an audible, that's different. Because most of the time, people that jogging and listening to the audible books, there's something motivational.
But 3 hours of TikTok?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, so now I feel like drawn in. You feel like the killer. Like that's a tractor beam lock. Stop it! Put that shit down.
They got you locked, bro. I don't even fuck with that shit, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I be on the game and then I have a break in the action and I pick up my phone and like, why the hell I pick up my phone? Next thing I know, I'm looking up, my shit done lag me all out the damn game.
You like, Tree, where you go, Tree? Oh, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shit, I love, man. Y'all ain't been reading no good books? You fuck with books or what?
The only book I read last time was, it was like an NWA kind of book. It was about Eazy, just talking about him coming up and how he started getting with Bone Thugs and NWA and all that stuff. So that was pretty good.
I haven't read that one, but a lot of those books have those same similar stories in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that 48 Laws of Power, depending on the law, it tells you a story that of how the law was used in the story. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like them books, I love reading those type of books, them autobiographies and shit, and then the like that right there, the Way of the Superior Man. I'm gonna roll me something up.
There's one that I want to read, The Art of War.
I got it.
Yeah, Sun Tzu, man.
I got it, bro.
I need to borrow it.
I got that though.
I've been wanting to read that. Every time I hear about it, I'm just like,
I think I got that on my son's bookshelf.
You know, check this out, guys. Okay, so like, look, I have another podcast called The Grit Life. And Grit Life is called, the slogan is aspiring for greatness and not giving up in the process. And the thing I love about the conversation today is like we all showed up to do something, you know, bigger than what we were currently doing without doing this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like kudos to us for stepping up, bringing cameras and lights and sitting here and recording some stuff and putting ourselves in that situation. But I respect that type of stuff. And I was explaining to a friend of mine the other day, it was like, you know, you come to a place in your life where it's like, you feel confident saying, if you don't fuck with me like that, then like, I ain't got no time for you. Because I'm trying to like protect this frame of aspiring for greatness and in anything, right? In the way you father and be a spouse or run a business or whatever.
I mean, the wrong energy can bring you, it'll pull you all the way down.
Totally. And you got to protect that stuff, man. And a lot of people don't vibe on that frequency. They like way down here.
I think
you got to be okay with the cutoff game.
I think it was on Big Sean's new album. He say a line like, "I'm starting to leave people right where they had me fucked up at."
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to have that mentality.
Once you got that thought of somebody in your head, like, "Oh, you got me fucked up," it's best to just
principle.
And it ain't even that they got you fucked up. It's just that you should know yourself better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you realize that you worth something and everybody don't deserve your time, because once again, that's my favorite line, bro. You cannot get time back.
Yeah.
If I give you 20 minutes, I gave you that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give you $20.
Yeah, because you might, you know what I'm saying? I might get, if I need $20 later, I'm like, Tree, let me get that $20 back. But you can't give me 20 minutes back. I don't care what you do, unless you build a badass time machine. We can go back and get some of that old school weed and fuck with some hippies and come right back. Let's get the 20 minutes back, but you can't get time back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I read another book that was game changer. It was called Becoming a Barbarian. And a barbarian, like the definition is like being an outsider. A person who doesn't conform to what everyone else is saying you have to do. And so this concept in the book, it was like, okay, the world expects you to have like an honor code to the world. right? But that's impossible, and that's an illusion because the world doesn't give you. They don't know you. You didn't earn any trust or respect from them. You know what I'm saying? So like they will treat you as such. Just because you're not trying to kill and steal from someone else doesn't mean other people aren't trying to kill and steal from you. That's reality.
Yeah,
and so it's like you have to know who your tribe is and have an honor system between them. But everybody else, if you take from another tribe, that's okay because you're doing it for your tribe.
Yeah.
And as a man, you gotta be okay with that. If you don't vibe like other friends or other influences, if you don't vibe with our frequency in my tribe, then like we're not gonna let you in. And like I'm okay with that.
I had to learn that shit the hard way,
Yeah,
bro.
you do though.
You do.
I did too.
It's hard to just let, like when you're a good person, you know what I mean, or you got a big heart, it's hard to just let people that you fuck with on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying, be like, ah, man, that dude bad for me. I mean, he could do a million things, bro. Yeah. And you'll be like, ah, shit, that's just how he is.
Yeah.
They say don't judge a man off of his actions, neither the intent of his actions, but you have to judge a man based on the results of his actions.
Yeah.
Like you could have good intentions and the actions can be good, but if the results are bad, you got to be man enough to just be like, okay, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't care what the intentions is, but it don't work. Check this out. When a man's value is no longer measured by what he does, by his finances or social standing, how does he determine his worth? In our new world, a man's presence, his depth of awareness, is his most valuable asset. And so I was doing this thing and I found this book because it was all about like personal development, right? And so how do you find fulfillment? Once you get money and you buy all the things that you want, you fuck all the bitches and everything happened for you, and now what? Like how do you seek true fulfillment? And I think the same story or pattern that we see over generations through stories and movies and everything is that the guy will work really hard, soulless, cut people to get to the top, make it, and then be super lonely, wish he did it different, and all the money in the world doesn't buy you happiness. So I asked that question. I was like, okay, well, how do you find fulfillment? And so like in this book, it talks about for the first thing a man to find fulfillment is you have to find out what gifts you offer the world, the universe, your woman, yourself. Right? And then he goes to define what that is. And so if you want to find out, well, what is your gift? It's, you have to go through that process. But once you find out, the only way a man finds fulfillment in life is by giving his gifts freely and every day depleting himself. The same with like the sexual reproductive system. It's like we got millions and hundreds of millions of sperm to give. Like the masculine energy is to build and create.
Here, bitch, take this sperm.
Oh, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We procreate mini Jareds.
Yeah.
And that's, but that's our masculine energy is to pregnate, to fucking move and plow. And so the feminine, though, is to receive. So again, the more we can figure out what our gift is to the world and we can lock in and like doing that daily, for me, it's like helping people realize their own value. Like, and aspire for greatness. That's why I made The Grit Life. And that's why with Mike, we're making fucking this extra podcast. And we're doing extra things together. Because it's like, I do aspire to be more in my masculine. To create a stronger contrast with the feminine. And I'm going to be the universal man. Getting everything and manifesting every fucking thing I want.
Yeah. If y'all,
bam!
I like it.
Woo!
If y'all didn't understand anything he said, this is the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
He explained it.
You can YouTube it.
But you know what I'm saying? This is the book. I love books. I use them hoes as guides. And the more guided you are, the more disciplined you become. You feel me? And these right here are the way. I mean, this right here, it takes from you, and this gives.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? This takes your time. This gives you knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose with the book. It was live. Great having y'all here. Automatic and Tree. And we out there.